Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today on our webinar, Morocco Unscripted, Exclusive Experiences Beyond the Ordinary, which will be presented by Camille Benjeloun from Yadi Travel DMC. Next slide, please. My name is Ana Camerer. I'm with Emerging Destinations, and we are a sales and marketing representation company in the US and Canada. As you can see on your screen now, those are the different companies that we represent in cool places across Asia, Africa, Europe, Central, and South America. In case you have any questions, any booking request, or would like to receive digital materials or schedule a one-on-one training session on any specific company or destination that we have in the portfolio, please feel free to reach out to me after this webinar presentation. You can see my contact information, email address, and WhatsApp number on your screen now. I also encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Emerging Destinations 156, where we are uploading all the different training sessions that we are conducting on a monthly basis with our clients. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel and enjoy the different trainings and webinars that we are constantly running. A few housekeeping notes before passing everything over to Camille. This webinar is being recorded. So if you need to step away or answer the phone, don't worry, we are recording this webinar, and this Friday we will be sending you a follow-up email which will include the webinar recording, so you will be able to watch it again if needed. Also, the webinar recording will be uploaded on our YouTube channel, the one that I was mentioning before, and we will include as well this webinar recording on our upcoming Africa newsletter. In case you have any questions for Camille or any doubts about Morocco and the different experiences that Yadi Travel DMC can tailor-made for you and your clients, please type your questions on the control panel on your right. And after Camille's presentation, we will set aside a few 5 to 10 minutes before ending the session, and he will be answering any questions, any doubts you may have and that you have been typing on the control panel on your right. So this is all on my side. Once again, please check your inbox or spam folder this Friday, as I will be sending you a follow-up email which will include this webinar recording as well as the presentation Camille is doing, the PDF or the PowerPoint, and some other digital materials from Morocco and Yadi Travel DMC. So this is all on my side. Now I have the pleasure to introduce you to Camille Benjeloun. He's the co-founder of Yadi Travel DMC in Morocco. Over to you, Camille.
Thank you so much, Anna, and thank you everyone for joining us. I'm so happy to present you Yadi Travel DMC based in Morocco, and also the webinar of today, which is Morocco Unscripted. So that will show you actually this webinar is not about landmarks, it's about entering spaces that are usually off limits, so feeding the soul of a place through the people who live it and discovering a Morocco that is intimate, quietly astonishing, and layered. So that's the spirit behind the Morocco Unscripted, and that's the journey we're inviting you on today. I'll start by saying a few words about our company. So before diving into Morocco's hidden wonders, let me tell you what's Yadi and a few words about the company. So Yadi means actually hand in Arabic, and that's exactly how we work. We work with care, craft, and with a deeply personal touch. We like to say we are local handcrafters of unique travel memories. We are local artisans of travel creating bespoke journeys that go beyond sightseeing. It's journeys that awaken emotion, spark connection, and reveal the true essence soul of Morocco. At Yadi, every itinerary is hand shaped to inspire awe, to celebrate authenticity, and this is why I founded this company and leave a lasting imprint on the traveler's heart. So one of the biggest reasons Morocco is booming right now, especially with American travelers, is accessibility. The country has never been easier to reach from North America. Today, travelers already have non-stop flights with Royal Air Maroc from cities like New York, Washington, Boston, Miami, and uh, during next week, in 2 weeks exactly, the first is the most exciting development because it's the upcoming Los Angeles to Casablanca route that is launching. It's the first and ever non-stop flights connecting the US West Coast directly to Africa. This allows me as well to tell you that I'm doing some sales calls as of next week in the West Coast. So for everyone based there, I would be happy to come see you and present you, introduce you the company rather than only through PowerPoints and PDFs. So please let me know if you're interested because we will be around the West Coast and 1 week after around Texas. United Airlines also operates non-stop flights from New York to Marrakesh since late 2024, and Airlines also launched a non-stop seasonal service from Atlanta to Marrakesh in October 2025. So all these new routes that the tourism office has been pushing shows you how we are making the US as our priority one in Morocco, and how Morocco now is closer than ever to the US. And please remember that LA, New York is as far as New York, Casablanca. So it's not far at all as well. At Yadi, we believe Morocco isn't just one destination. It's actually many words in one, and we are very proud of exploring every corner of Morocco. So, from the Atlantic coast to the stillness of the Sahara dunes, from Art Deco Casablanca to the old imperial cities of more than 1400 years of Fez, to the serenity of the Atlas Mountains, we curate journeys across the full spectrum of Morocco's richness. So, whether a traveler seek culture, cuisine, spirituality, adventure, or pure indulgence, we design with intention, depth, and local insight. Because when you know the land this well, you don't just visit, you unlock it. That's what I like to say. And especially for first timers that are coming from the US, they can see so many different things in around 10 12 days, which make Morocco such a great product. We have created 20 different offerings that allow us today to answer every preference, interest, and desire of our clients. Meaning that if you come to me and tell me that your client like gastronomy and art, we're able to take one of our offerings and create something very tailor-made for you guys. And each journey is a new lens on Morocco, and together they tell the full story of a country that never runs out of ways to surprise and move you. What I like to say about Yedi Travel is that with us, you don't travel for the where, you travel for the why. It's never about ticking of places on a map saying I've been to Casablanca, Fes, and Rabat, but it's about meaning, connection, and passion. So we create moments that stay with you because they're shared with people that touch your heart, the kind of people you want to message every year just to say happy birthday. So from meeting artisans in their studios, walking the Medina through the eyes of some photographers, meeting some fashion designers, we partner with inspiring people because we are convinced that the main asset of Morocco is our people. So everything with craft is designed to go beyond the ordinary and into something truly personal. I can't really talk about Yadi without saying a few words about Morocco itself. I know that everyone will tell you about the main assets of Morocco, being, of course, the safety, especially what's going on now around the world and in the Middle East. Morocco remains one of the safest places in the world. The sun, we have more than 300 days of sunshine per year. The ancient history and culture, Morocco is the second oldest kingdom of the world with Japan. Gastronomy is so big. I mean, I like to say that when you come to Morocco, don't be on a diet because you will love the gastronomy here. The Sahara Desert and with infinite tranquility, it's just magical place and breathtaking area. But for me, the treasure of this country is our people. So the warmth, the generosity, the way you're welcomed like family, that's what makes a journey here unforgettable and what lingers the longest. I had the privilege to live in many different countries and cities around the world, and this is something that I have never found elsewhere. And this was my main idea and my main argument why I did found the company, to showcase this essence and reveal this true essence of the hospitality in Morocco. Quick words around this: our own drivers and guides are also trained in the same DNA. At the end of the day, the guide that will be with you can shape totally the experience that you will have during the trip. So our guides and drivers are trained in the way that your guide will not only be your teacher, but it will be your friend, it will be your bodyguard, it will be someone you will remember, it will be someone that you will tell happy birthday every year, that you are building a real connection with him and or her. And that's the idea behind the how our drivers and the guides are trained. We also are deeply committed to giving back to communities that make Morocco so extraordinary. Whether empowering women or supporting education, these are at the heart of what we do, and we will always do that during the life of the company. So, welcome now to Morocco Unscripted. This journey begins with an invitation into a world of exclusivity, intimacy, and wonder. So, we'll take you behind closed doors into hidden architectural gems, ancient libraries, artist sanctuaries, and private artisan ateliers. So, these are not places you'll find in a guidebook, they're immersive, soulful experiences offering a glimpse into Morocco's creativity, heritage, and the guardians of its most treasured secrets. More than just visits, these are encounters crafted for the curious, the discerning, and for those who seek the truly unforgettable. So Morocco is I always start to speak about wine because Morocco is actually one of the great hidden wine destinations in the world, and that really surprises people. Most travelers come expecting Riyadh, desert, and souks, but they don't realize the country also has a real wine culture with exceptional terroirs and wineries producing incredibly refined labels. Some luxury travelers already know Chateau Rousselin, Morocco's famous Relais and Chateau wine estate, but what we love creating at Yadi are the experiences beyond what people already know, the most discreet, intimate, and exclusive. And this experience at La Mamounia is a perfect example of that. Hidden inside of one of Marrakesh's most iconic hotels in Lonotek, beautiful private wine cellar where guests can enjoy curated tastings in an atmosphere that feels elegant, warm, and incredibly intimate. What makes it really special is the contrast. You're in the heart of Marrakesh, surrounded by the energy of Morocco, yet suddenly immersed in this sophisticated world of wine, gastronomy, and storytelling. So it's unexpected, refined, and deeply memorable. Exactly the kind of experience that changes the way travelers can see Morocco. Visit of Villa Oasis. Very few people realize that some of the Marrakesh most extraordinary places are completely hidden behind closed doors, and Villa Oasis is one of the best examples. Tucked away behind the Majoral Gardens that everybody know, this was the private residence of Yves Saint Laurent and Pierre Berger, a place where they escaped, created, entertained, and found the inspiration for decades. So what makes this experience special is not just a beautiful villa, it feels deeply personal. Every room reflects a dialogue between Moroccan craftsmanship and French elegance, with incredible colors, textures, antiques, and details everywhere you look. And because access is extremely limited, visiting Villa Oasis feels like a tour and more like being invited into a private world that very few travelers get to experience. So for guests interested mainly in fashion, design, art, architecture, it becomes much more than sightseeing. It's an emotional and cultural immersion into the creative soul of Yves Saint Laurent. One of the most beautiful ways to experience Morocco is through its cuisine, as I was saying, because Moroccan food is not just about flavor, it's about transmission, hospitality, and storytelling. And what makes this experience so special is that it happens in Chef Tarek's own vegetable garden, far from restaurants, far from stage tourist experiences. It feels authentic, intimate, and incredibly alive. Guests begin by walking through the garden in itself, discovering fresh herbs, vegetables, spices, ingredients that are part of everyday Moroccan cooking. And along the way, Chef Tarek shares stories, traditions, little secrets that have been passed down through generations. So then comes the hands-on cooking experience, preparing iconic dishes like tagines, couscous, Moroccan salads, and learning how the Moroccan spices, like the famous ras al hanout, create the depth and the warmth Moroccan cuisine is known for. But honestly, what most people remember is not only the food, it's the atmosphere. Cooking together outdoors, sharing stories, laughing around the table, drinking mint tea in the garden. It feels like a cooking class, and it's more like being welcomed in someone's home and culture. We do also a lot of street food tours in the streets, in the markets, in the smoke coming out of tiny hidden stalls, in the scent of the spices as you walk through the Medina. This is what makes this experience a bit special, because guests don't discover it alone, they discover it alongside a professional chef who opens the door to a side of Marrakesh most travelers would never find by themselves. Actually, it's not polished food tour designed only for tourists. It's a real immersion into the culinary soul of the city, and it's one of my favorite. The street food of Morocco is one of my favorite. So guests wander through the souks, stop at tiny local spots that we have chosen, taste safe street food directly from the source, and learn the stories behind the ingredients, the spices, and the traditions. Along the way, the chef explains how Morocco and Moroccans actually eat, cook, and gather around food in everyday life, so which makes the experience feel incredibly authentic and human. And honestly, that's what people love the most. Treasures of Taliwin saffron harvest with Berber women. This experience takes travelers far beyond the classic Morocco most people know. It's the small village of Taliwin, surrounded by mountains and saffron fields. Guests discover the region considered the saffron capital of Morocco. It's the human connection behind it that makes it wonderful. Travelers meet Berber women who still harvest saffron by hand using ancestral techniques passing down through generation. It's slow, authentic, incredibly sensory. The colors, the scents, the landscapes, and in a world where luxury often means speed, excess, experiences like this remind people that true luxury can also be simplicity, tradition, and genuine human connection. Now, this is one of the most spectacular diner settings in Morocco. Imagine entering the legendary Sesselman's tables at night, warm candlelight, deep red architecture, majestic Arabian horses quietly surrounded the space, and an atmosphere that feels almost cinematic. It's elegant, intimate, and unique. Guests enjoyed a refined Moroccan dinner inside the stables themselves, transformed into an exclusive dining experience where gastronomy, design, and the beauty of the horses all come together. Uh, there's something magical actually about dining in a place that feels both luxurious and deeply soulful at the same time. It's not just a dinner, it's a moment guests genuinely never expect to experience. Dar Sadaqa, which is the surreal art villa of the super talented Jean-François Fourtou. So imagine entering a villa where gravity is optional, where art doesn't hang on walls, it takes over the entire space. Dar Sadaqa is one of Morocco's most surprising experiences. So created by Jean-François Fourtou, it's a surreal universe where giant animals, upside down rooms, playful installations awaken our imagination. It's not just about staying in a beautiful place, it's about stepping into an artist's dream where every corner invites all laughter and reflection. So, for travelers seeking the unexpected, this is a hidden gem where actually creativity becomes a destination in itself. The visit of the secret home of Serge Lutens was one of my favorites. So stepping into Serge Lutens' private residence feels like entering a world suspended in time. It's a place where silence is intentional and beauty whispers from every lacquered panel and shadowed corridor. This sanctuary isn't just visually stunning; it's emotionally charged by and shaped by decades of artistic vision and obsessive attention to atmosphere. Very few are ever invited inside, and for those who are, it becomes more than a visit, it's a passage into the poetic mind of one of Morocco's most elusive creative spirits. Few places in the world carry as much intellectual and spiritual weight as this one. Founded over a thousand years ago by a visionary woman, Al Qarawiyyin is more than a library, it's a living testament to the pursuit of knowledge across centuries. We actually do and specialize in Yadi in women's trips, and we always pass by this amazing university and the library that was founded by the first university ever founded by a woman. So this private access is not just about admiring manuscripts or architecture, it's about stepping into the footsteps of philosophers, poets who shaped the world from within these walls. It's a moment of stillness, reverence, profound reminder of Morocco's timeless role in the story of human learning, and super, super interesting to do. Many of you already know Fez, oldest imperial city of Morocco, more than 1400 years, spiritual city. It's home to one of the oldest leather tanneries in the world, and what's fascinating is that the process has barely changed in centuries. So most visitors only see the famous panoramic view from above, but this experience goes much more deeper because it gives travelers a rare behind the scenes access into the actual workshops alongside the artisans themselves. So guests discover how raw leather is transferred using entirely natural techniques with pigments, limestone, saffron, mint, and other traditional materials. It's authentic, sometimes surprising, but incredibly powerful because you realize you're witnessing a living craft heritage that still survives in the heart of the Medina. Some places like the Anima Garden awake the sense before you even know why. It's a vibrant world imagined by André Heller, where art and nature speak the same language. As you wander through the towering palms, surreal sculptures, and unexpected splashes of colors, every path feels like a journey into someone's imagination. You also have a private moment with an artist and storyteller that brings the creative spirit of the garden to life in the most intimate way. Fest already feels like stepping into another century, and this experience captures that feeling perfectly. As the sun sets over the world's oldest living Medina, guests are welcomed onto a private rooftop, transferred into an intimate candlelit dining setting overlooking the entire city. So the atmosphere feels almost unreal. The call to prayer echoing in distance, lanterns glowing above the rooftops, live traditional music playing softly in the background. And while guests enjoy a refined Moroccan dinner inspired by Fez, the city slowly lights up beneath them like a scene from 1001 Nights. It's romantic, it's timeless, it's deeply emotional, and kind of experience that makes travelers fall in love with the Fez and with Morocco. Imagine this hidden riyad in the heart of the Medina, lanterns flickering, scent of orange blossom in the air, and the soft echo of a Gnawa music rising through the courtyard. This is far more than a private dinner, it's a full sensory immersion into the soul of Marrakesh. As guests enjoy handcrafted cocktails and a refined Moroccan dinner, a Gnawa M'allim brings centuries of musical tradition to life through hypnotic rhythms, chants, and percussion. So the atmosphere becomes as well very emotional and authentic. It's not staged luxury, it's connection to Morocco's multicultural heritage, spirituality, and art of hospitality. It's the kind of evening that you clients will talk about long after the trip is over. Moroccan fashion is worldwide known. It's not just about clothing, it's about identity. The kaftan is at the patrimony of the UNESCO. It's about craftsmanship, it's about heritage passed down through generations, and this experience gives travelers a rare access into that world through private visit to a traditional kaftan atelier. So guests discover the elegance behind iconic garments like the kaftan, tcheta, djellaba, while meeting the artisans who spent countless hours stitching and hand finishing every detail. What makes it special is that travelers don't observe the process, they become part of it, even creating their own embroidery motif alongside the artisans. High road to the Hidden Valley. This is the Morocco that feels truly unexplored. Just a short distance from Marrakesh, travelers leave the city behind and head deep into the Atlas Mountains by private 4x4, crossing dramatic landscapes, hidden valleys, and the remote Berber villages that seem frozen in time. What makes this experience is the feeling of discovery. These are places most tourists never reach, where life moves slowly, traditions remain deeply rooted, and every turn in the road reveals another breathtaking panorama. Along the way, guests stop for mint tea with local families, enjoy traditional lunches in spectacular settings, and connect with the side of Morocco that feels incredibly human. Al Misbah is one of those places that immediately transports you into another atmosphere. Hidden inside a beautifully restored Riyadh, this experience combines candlelit elegance, refined Moroccan cuisine, and the setting that feels both intimate and deeply immersive. So as guests move through the arcs and the warms and the spaces, there's this feeling of stepping into a timeless side of Morocco, sophisticated, soulful, and incredibly welcoming. So the dinner itself is elevated, but still deeply rooted in Moroccan hospitality with subtle live music, attentive service, and carefully curated details throughout the evening. So it's not about extravagance, it's about atmosphere, emotion, creation, and something that you will never forget. While dinner at Oberoi, this is the Morocco at its most refined. So this is set within the stunning gardens of the Oberoi Marrakesh. It's a wild dinner experience that feels quite surreal. Long reflection pools, candlelight everywhere, and Atlas Mountains in the background. It has been snowing a lot this year, so with the amazing snow, it's just amazing. The atmosphere is elegant, it's incredibly serene, with every detail designed to create a sense actually of exclusivity and timeless beauty. Guests enjoy a gourmet dining experience. Uh, and what makes it unforgettable is the emotion of the place itself. It's calm, majestic, deeply romantic, amazing for couples, honeymooners, for example. Most people don't expect to find something like this just outside Marrakesh, but the cactus Chairman plantation is the largest cactus plantation in Africa, with hundreds of incredible species, creating a landscape that feels almost surreal. Walking through it feels like visiting a garden and more like stepping into a cinematic desert. So giant euphorbias, sculptural cacti, endless textures, incredible sense of calm. While travelers find a real peace. It's artistic, peaceful, unexpected, and incredibly photogenic for the Instagram lovers. Marrakesh has become a true creative hub, and this experience is just perfect for travelers who love design, fashion, craftsmanship, and discovering places beyond traditional luxury boutiques. So you are accompanied by a local designer, and here guests explore a curated selection of hidden ateliers, concept stores, artisan workshops, and beautifully designed spaces across the city. What really makes it special is the access and storytelling behind each piece, meeting the creators, understanding craftsmanship, and discovering how Moroccan heritage continues to inspire. The hammam is one of the oldest and most important rituals in Moroccan culture, but experiencing it at Royal Mansour takes it into an entirely different level. So, from the moment guests enter the spa, everything feels serene, almost dreamlike, with marble intricate uh, all over. It's an experience that combines ancestral Moroccan wellness traditions with extraordinary refinement, including steam rituals, black soap exfoliation, Rasul clay treatments, and massage designed to fully disconnect body and mind. The dinner at Sidi Bounara village is one of my favorites. It's about discovering a much quieter and more intimate side of Morocco. Hidden in the Kik Plateau, this small village feels completely untouched of time by time, with stone houses, dramatic mountain views, and the way of life deeply connected to Amazigh traditions. So they are welcomed into Al Simat house for private lunch or dinner, prepared with local ingredients and a lot of local animations around. Those who long for open skies, widened trails, and the quiet rhythm of nature, Morocco offers as well wild and tamed beauty. From the pine forests of Zaler to the alpine calm of Ifran, each trail tells a different story. You'll follow hidden waterfalls, cross ancient stone bridges, kayak across mountain lakes, and stand at the foot of towering gorges that take your breath away. These are not just hikes, they're journeys into Morocco's most majestic landscapes, where nature reveals its most generous secrets step by step. Now imagine brushing away grains of sand and revealing a piece of life that's been buried for millions of years. In the fossil-rich lands of our food, guided by a real paleontologist, you'll uncover prehistoric secrets. It's hands-on, it's raw, and it's deeply humbling because there is here in the silence of the desert, you're not just exploring Morocco, you're stepping into the story of the earth itself. This estate is more than a residence. It's a world built by a master of detail, Claudio Bravo's home in Terudent, where Moroccan, Andalusian, and classical European influences blend into a single stunning expression of artistry. Each room feels like a curated gallery, lined with hundreds of original works, from lifelike portraits to delicate still lifes, all touched by Bravo's obsession with form and light. Finally, the Atlas Mountains are not just for hikers, they also a playground for the bold. So whether galloping through hidden valleys on horseback, mountain biking along rock trails, or soaring above the peaks in a paraglider, every experience here comes with a rush of freedom. So trail runners chase the horizon, bird watchers find rare beauty in flight, and every turn in the landscape feels like an invitation to explore differently. This is the Atlas in motion, wild, exhilarating, and full of life. Now I'll show you very quickly when you send us a request how it looks like. So, for example, this is an itinerary that will take few of these experiences we were telling you about. So we'll send you a map of the different cities you will be doing. For example, this is a 10 days itinerary between Fes, Kora, and Marrakesh. The highlights inclusions of what you're going to do during this trip. Then an executive summary that allows you to grasp the main information about the experiences you're going to be doing. So here we can see in blue, I put the very exclusive experiences like a private pottery workshop, artisan workshop, private salon, dinner in private salon, etc. Um, uh, or even going in the amazing Dar Ahlam experiences. Then we send you the accommodation that you will be using during your trip. Here I'm seeing that we suggested Riyadh Fest, so I deeply recommend to try a Riyadh when you're in Morocco. A Riyadh is a traditional ancient house built around the courtyard, and that is very intimate, soulful, and I recommend at least using it once when you're in Morocco. Then we send you the different days in detail of everything you're gonna be doing during your trip. Um, for the so we do that, And for the people that are actually want to see something also in their phone and digital, we also send you a personalized link that you only and your clients have access to, that allows you to see on an app in your phone the different activities that you will do and the different accommodation with the trip details. So this you can have it on an app and in your phone. We also, for example, this is what last week. We also for the big groups create a specific website for you to have the exact program of what you're gonna do during your entire time. Uh, Check your flights, check your transfers, the contacts, check your name with the exact group of what you're gonna be doing. So we always try to go beyond the extra mile and showing you something very high end specific, and that your clients will absolutely love. We can work net prices, we can white label everything, we can take wire transfers, we can send payment links to pay by card. We adapt, are completely flexible. The idea is that we, as you were saying in you were seeing in our experiences, we try to send you as much information as possible to be the most transparent as possible. The idea is to build long-term collaboration with you, and whatever you guys would need, we have a team that have a policy of is responding in around 1 day. We have a 24/7 team on the ground if you guys need anything for your clients. We always offer different welcome gifts when your clients are on the ground, and not just when they're arriving or when they are departing, but we offer many different surprises all along the way. Not today, actually, we have some clients doing a local Berber experience in the Atlas Mountains. We knew that they loved it. They come back at their hotel and they find a beautiful scarf, Berber scarf, that reminds them of this amazing experience. The idea is that we do have attention to every little detail, so that your clients feel really care about, and this is also how we see travel. Thank you so much for everything. If you have any question, I would be more than happy to answer every question you guys might have.
Thank you, Camille, for your presentation. And I was really very happy to see some of the experiences that I personally did last year on my personal vacation, like the Kaftan Atelier, the hammam experience, the food street market. So yeah, I highly recommend that if you have clients interested in doing Morocco, please give Yadi Travel a try. I'm sure you will love them. So now I encourage all the travel advisors connected today to type your questions on the control panel on your right, as I will start asking Camille the questions that you are typing there. So the first question I have for you, Camille, is regarding the flight connections. At the very beginning, you were presenting the connections between US and Morocco. Just to reconfirm, are there any direct flights from Canada to Morocco? I think there is Montreal and Toronto, right?
For sure. So Morocco has put North America as priority. This is why we're seeing Delta, we're seeing United coming from the US to Morocco now, and with the West Coast, but also Canada. So we have Montreal, Casablanca, that are both operated by Royal Air Maroc and Air Canada, that are direct flights. We also have Toronto, Casablanca, operated by Royal Air Maroc since late 2024. Not before last year. I was actually doing a roadshow with sponsored by the tourism office, and we have been doing Montreal, Toronto, and many different cities where we invited some travel agents because the tourism office is put in as well Canada as a priority.
Amazing. Thank you. Um, Another question for you. Do you or can you pay commission in gross?
Yes, so as I was saying, we are completely flexible. We adapt to how you guys are working. If you do want net price, commissionable price, whatever, we do adapt to everything you want. We just want to make life easy for you.
Amazing. Thank you. Then just to reconfirm, the flights from LA to Casablanca, they are starting June 7th, right?
They're starting June 7, and this is why also I'm coming next week to the West Coast to uh, to start as well this amazing new news, and we can't wait to welcome some West Coast travelers that were sometimes a bit frustrated but not having a direct flight from West Coast to Africa, but now there is one.
Well, if a client is interested in design and fashion, can Villa Oasis and Serge Lutin House be combined on a tour for the same day?
Yes, actually, Villa Oasis is a half-day tour. Serge Lutens is usually a bit more than a half-day tour, but we can totally do it in the same day. However, these are so uh, emotional experiences and very strong ones that I do recommend to do them in two separate days, because in order not to be too rushed, having too many sensations in the same day. But I know that sometimes people are on a rush, and we only have 3 nights in Marrakesh, for instance, so they like to combine both. But for to answer your question, yes, it's possible.
Thank you. Do you always have to do the hotels or can you do only the experiences? Is there a minimum spend per day?
No, so as I'm seeing in the panel that I've seen some agents that we are have worked with, and we have worked with only with experiences, so they can assure you that we adapt again. If you want to do hotels by your own, we can take care of the ground, of the experiences, and the ground, and you do hotel by your own.
Thank you. What is your estimated average price per day per person?
Well, I like to say that if you want to go into a kind of luxury tour with a private chauffeur, private guide, and a few different experience, a range of 500 USD per person per day can be a good range to keep in mind.
Thank you. One of the travel advisors here, she says that she has a client who is inclined towards incorporating music into their program. Does Yadi and you know of early banjo music in Morocco? This is just one of the music that they are interested in. I never heard about that.
Of 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 any banjo music.
Banjo music.
I actually don't know what's banjo. I'm sorry. I'll look. I look on it. Maybe it's not the way we say it in French. So I will look into it, and I'll I'll get back to you. All right. I just seen. Sorry, I googled it. We have not exactly banjo instruments, but we have something very similar in Morocco, which is the oud, and it's totally, if they like this kind of music, something that can be similar actually, because you will see all around Morocco the music industry and the music culture is very big, and it
Yeah, she
is.
says that it seems to be linked to Berber music.
Yeah, indeed, exactly. It's linked to Amazigh and to
Mhm.
Berber, and this is the type of instruments that they use exactly.
Amazing. Thank you. We are running out of time. We have one travel advisor asking about farm trips. We are not organizing any group farm trip, any guided farm trip right now. However, if any of the travel advisors connected today are planning to travel to Morocco, please let us know, and we will be more than happy to assist you with your itinerary and to try to offer something special or a discounted rate or something. So please let us know. As for Camille contact information, of course, I will include that on the follow-up email as well as this presentation and webinar recording. Will you be attending Pure this year, Camille?
So this year we will be just before Pure holding a few events. So you're more than welcome to write me so that I incorporate you. We're not having this year a booth in Pure. However, we will be around and will be, for example, in all the networking sessions, in all the cocktail parties, etc.
Okay. And then the last question for you, and in case we miss any question, don't worry, we will make sure that we include Camille answer on the follow-up email. When having a private culinary experience, are all food allergies considered, and is that easy to accommodate?
Yeah, for sure. Especially with the world right now, where there are a lot of restrictions. Morocco is evolving as well towards that. We were hosting yesterday a gluten-free cooking experience, so it's we completely accommodate to that. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you. So you have 2 minutes to wrap up this webinar. So I will leave that over to you, Camille. On my side, once again, thank you, Camille, for this detailed presentation to our travel advisors and tour operators connected today. Thank you so much for being there, for your interest in Morocco and Yadi Travel DMC. In case you have any questions, any doubts, or if you want to schedule a one-on-one private session, please don't hesitate to contact me and I will arrange everything for you. So over to you, Camille.
Well, thank you so much, Anna. Thank you, everyone, to have listened to our webinar. We are so looking forward to welcoming you. Morocco has a great momentum right now, especially with the World Cup coming in 2030. We have seen that the government investing so much in terms of infrastructures, everything related actually to hospitality and the tourism industry. I would love you to come see and experience the authenticity of Morocco, and we reveal the true essence that showcase, let's say, Morocco. So if you guys need, we are here to do a one-on-one training that we have done with some of our partners that didn't sell Morocco that much before. We do trainings with them to make them understand a bit more the destination, and then it's such an easy product that they sell it so easily. So don't hesitate to write us. We are here for you. We are here to help you. We look forward to welcoming you and to meeting you either when I'm coming to the North America and or either when you're coming guys to Morocco. I would be more than happy to welcome you.
Thank you. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.